Since winning MasterChef, Aaron Brunet has gone on to become Aotearoa's plant-powered guy and is leading the charge when it comes to making plant-based food normal, natural and really delicious. Kia ora, Aaron, nau mai hoki mai, so good to have you back again.
Kia ora, Stacey, lovely to be back, thank you.
And look at this, titiro ki wēnei āhuatanga katoa. This just looks so delicious. I'm surrounded by green, huarako, huawhenua. Being around plants, I mean, I feel like healthier already.
Yeah, they're so beautiful, aren't they? The orange and the green, it's just in the purple. Yeah, I mean, I love that.
Ko tēnei tō kai ngākau, ne? You just absolutely love plants and the power of plants.
Totally, yeah.
And how it can power our bodies, ne?
Yeah, there's nothing better for us than plants, and I think the more plants we eat, the better life gets. It's like, even if you don't go totally plant-based, it's still, you know, if you just keep on adding more plants to your diet, life keeps on getting better and better.
Kia marama pū ai te katoa so that everyone understands. When we say plant-powered, is it what it sounds like, basically, kind of with the kaimiti?
Yeah, all the peas, powered purely by plants for me, so.
Me te aha me aro tāua ki ēnei kai hunene katoa, and look at all these beautiful, luscious options that we have here.
Yeah, totally.
So what are we going to make today?
So the first dish today is going to be a creamy fettuccine with mushrooms that will sort of caramelise in the pan and baby spinach. The second dish is kind of like a plant version of a dish that I loved in Thailand, which is called Laab gai, which means chicken salad. So we're using tofu instead of chicken, but we've still got all those lovely flavours of like lime juice and lemongrass and coriander and mint.
Kura huna katoa e hoa, there's X Factor popping out everywhere, so where should we start?
Okay, well, start with good old onions and garlic. We're going to just chop some up nice and small.
Nōna hea koe timata ki te whai tēnei tikanga kai. When did you start eating like this?
It was about 2.5 years ago, and my daughter and I were watching a movie called Cowspiracy, which talks about the sort of environmental impact of how we farm.
Right.
And when I learnt about the impact that animal farming has and that I could make a big difference just by changing my diet, I suddenly thought, man, that's something that makes real sense to me. You know, I could do that right now. I don't have to buy an electric car or all that stuff. It's actually really easy and it's healthy too. We're really just trying to soften these onions up because we're going to blend them all up with cashews and that's going to make the sauce creamy. So the onion and garlic is kind of one of the base parts of the sauce, so we'll just sort of let them simmer away for 5 or 10 minutes. And what I'll do is put some veggie stock on just to kind of soften them, you know? Yeah, and just about a cup of it or something.
Ngā kai whakauru, so what do we need to put? What are our ingredients for this?
Okay, so into the blender for the sauce, we're going to put 1 cup of cashews, 3 tablespoons of savoury yeast flakes, half a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and 1 teaspoon of mustard, and we've got French Dijon mustard here, and then about 1.5 cups of either water or veggie stock, and the onions and the garlic that we've been softening in the pan.
You actually have to make sure you've got quite a powerful blender going on.
It's good to have a fast blender, yeah, definitely. It's getting quite smooth now, yeah.
Ko tēnei te tuapapa mo te kai ne. This is the base of the recipe, so you really have to get this part right.
It's good to get this right, yeah. If it's not smooth, you don't get the creaminess so much. So, okay, excellent. So I guess we'll cook our pasta. So the pasta will take about 10 or 12 minutes to cook. And so what we're going to do, I've got the pan quite hot here. I want to cook some mushrooms. I'll put a bit of olive oil in the bottom. We'll chuck those mushrooms in and you get a good sizzle going on straight away. Just toss them around a bit. Okay, so that pasta's cooked. I'm just going to take it over here and drain it in the sink. The last step really is just to wilt the spinach down. So the mushrooms have just cooked, they're nice and hot. We'll just toss, and this looks like a lot of spinach, I know, but it'll shrink down to very little. And we want to keep some nice sort of goodness in there, so pretty much as soon as it starts to wilt, we can put the sauce on top.
Nā reira, kua tata ki te wā, so we've got close to that. How do you want to serve it up today?
I think just in a bowl, we can maybe put some pasta in the bowl, sauce on top, and a bit of basil and pepper and olive oil on top.
Tirohia tēnei, look at this. It is a picture of goodness. Me te ahaka, kore rawa te tangata e matapai. No one would be guessing that it doesn't have the usual big chunks of chicken in there.
And cream, yeah.
Yes, true.
Exactly.
And the cream,
cool.
So let's try.
Great.
It looks amazing. Let's get right on in there.
I like that.
He rawe te noho tahi a ngā harore me te ranu. Those mushrooms are perfect in the sauce, aren't they?
Yeah.
Pai mo te tinana, pai mo te wairua. It's good for the body and good for the soul, I think.
Exactly, great. I'm really glad you like it.
Yeah, no, I really do. This is me. I love this kind of thing. And I know I've got one more dish to do, but I feel like I just need a couple more.
Cool. So the next one is the Tofu Laab.
Nā reira ko te raihi te tuapapa mo tēnei kai ne, so the base of this dish is the gluten.
It's basically, in Thai restaurants, you often get that sticky rice and it's really yummy. And
Nā reira he momo tēnā o te raihi, so it's a type of rice.
yeah, it's a special type of rice. It's not normal rice cooked sticky, it's sticky rice that you steam. And so ideally you soak it overnight, but even if you soak it for like maybe 2 or 3 hours beforehand if you want to steam it. So we've been soaking that one, so I'm just going to drain that water off.
Tahi te kapu o te raihi, so we've got a cup of rice there, right?
It's about 1 cup of rice soaked up, yeah. And I'm going to use a strainer over a pot of boiling water, and it takes about 25 minutes to cook. So,
Kapai?
yeah.
Okay, ka waiho kia maua, so we'll leave that to cook. And what else do we need to do?
Okay, so the next thing is a vegan version of fish sauce. And it's not exactly the same, but it does the same job. So I thought we'd make a bit of that up and then we can keep it in the fridge or we can use some on the cooking.
Pukuie hoa, that's a great idea.
Yeah, so what we've got is some pineapple juice. We'll just probably put about 1/4 cup. We've got some light golden soy sauce. So we're just going to do about 2 tablespoons and probably about a teaspoon of salt. Just a little bit of water, so it's not quite so intense. And then dissolve the salt in there a bit.
Ko wai ka matapai, who would guess, mā te ranu pineapple, you would make fish sauce with pineapple. It's amazing.
There's one more key thing we have to do first.
Aye.
So this is actually the special X factor of the dish, and it's jasmine rice and kaffir lime leaves. So we're going to toast the rice in a pan so that it goes like a golden colour and it goes nutty and it smells beautiful, and we're going to put the kaffir lime in and then grind it up at the end.
He mahi anō maka? Is there something else I should be doing?
So what we're going to do is put the tofu chopped up nice and small into a hot pan, and we want to get some juice out of some orange, and we're going to mix a bit of miso paste with it and some black pepper, sort of just anything nice and flavoursome, you know. And then we're going to get some lemongrass and ginger, which are really Thai flavours.
That's looking like
Beautiful.
A really nice juicy sauce.
So that's going to be full of flavour, so we'll chuck that onto the tofu now and just cook it on. Okay, so the next thing is some shallots, so just turn the heat off. We do want a couple of cloves of garlic too. And we need some lime juice. We've got some coconut sugar here too. So I'm going to sprinkle a couple of teaspoons. And being coconut, obviously, it's got the character of that same region that it came from. And let's get maybe the juice of 1 mandarin. And we're also going to put in a couple of tablespoons of our vegan fish sauce.
Okay.
And I'm going to put in about 1 teaspoon of these red chili flakes. So we've got quite a lot of juice on the tofu from the mandarin and the fish sauce and the lime. So I'm going to put a couple of good spoons of the rice and kaffir lime onto it. Next thing we need is coriander and mint.
Mi haroe hoa, that is amazing.
It's really fresh, isn't it? It's
with all that inspiration on board, how are you going to serve this up?
A nice way to serve it is like in a bowl or on a plate with some lettuce around the side, some extra mint and some sticky rice that you can sort of munch on. That's a good way to do it.
Ka tahi nā te mihi ki te pai o te kai. That is such a beautiful... I think you're basically giving a big mihi, lots of love to these plants and all this beautiful kai. It's such a gorgeous dish.
And isn't it mutual? We love the plants and they love us back with all the health they give us, you know. It's a beautiful thing.
Right, te mauri o ngā mea katoa, so we've got great energy going on, so let's just taste it, shall we?
Great.
Oh, wow. Whanau ranu. I'm loving all those juices together. That's amazing.
Cool? Yeah, yeah. And the other thing you can do is get a lettuce leaf, put some rice, put some mint, a bit of tofu on there, and sort of bunch it up like a little spring roll, you know. So.
How did te mea ka mukimuki koe ki te hei? There's no way that you go, oh, you know what I'm really missing here is my chicken. Like, it's really satisfying, really delicious, all of the textures that you want.
Super healthy too. I think you've got so many different flavours going on that your mind is really interested and fascinated, you know. And
satisfied. And we've had 2 really different but amazing dishes today, so thank you so much for sharing that magic that you got. Plant power.
Yay, plant power.